What's up, guys? Alex Pereira versus Israel Adesanya. Who am I going to rock with? Obviously, guys, I'm rooting with Israel Adesanya. I think he's going to win. But before I even get into my reasons why, I just want to reflect on how he got here, because it seems like just yesterday, Pereira had just walked into the UFC and he's already fighting Israel Adesanya for the championship belt, which is insane how fast he got to this position. And Izzy's camp kind of let the secret out the bag, which was kind of obvious that the UFC kind of fast-tracked Pereira's career to kind of like, while the hype is real, to get him to the point where he can fight Israel Adesanya. I mean, not to take or discredit anything he's done, right? I mean, we saw him KO Sean Strickland with that left hand. But let's be honest, guys, he's only had less than 5 fights in the UFC, and he's already fighting for a championship belt. I think it's pretty obvious the UFC is trying to push this fight while the hype train is real for Pereira, and just trying to ride the hype train. I can't fault the UFC. It's pretty smart, but I think Pereira is gonna be sent and he's gonna in for something a little bit unexpected going into Israel Adesanya. Like, Israel is not the same fighter that he was when they fought the first 2 times, guys. And with that topic of them fighting before in the past, we all know that Pereira was the only person to knock out Izzy with that left hand, the same left hand he knocked out Strickland. But guys, the fight, if you watch the highlights, and I haven't watched this fight in its entirety, but I watched the highlights of the fight where Izzy got knocked out by Pereira. But even leading up to that point, Izzy was doing a really good job at beating Pereira. He was doing a good job. He was winning the fight up until the point he got knocked out by Pereira, right? So it's not like Pereira was manhandling or dismantling Izzy Adesanya. It wasn't this one-sided beatdown that I feel like a lot of people have in their head. It was competitive, and you can make the argument that Izzy was winning up until the point he got knocked out. So guys, so right off the bat, coming into this main event fight, it's going to be competitive. It's going to be difficult, and I think Izzy is just a better fighter overall, and we have a motivated Israel Adesanya, guys. We have a motivated Israel Adesanya, which I think people are discrediting, because the common the common criticism of Izzy is that he's a passive fighter. He kind of just coaxes his way to unanimous decisions, and I get that argument. I mean, I've been critical of Izzy as well in the Whitaker fight. Being a little bit more relaxed. Trying to win off of points, not really going out there to make a statement as a champ. I agree that Izzy can be a little bit more proactive and aggressive when he's out there. Not stupid, but he could be a little bit more a little bit more forward pressure and not coaxing to victories. I get that criticism. I agree to a certain extent, but I feel like this time, guys, you guys got Izzy upset, because Izzy hears, obviously Izzy remembers Pereira. He hears everyone saying that Pereira is gonna knock him out again, or even stands a chance of knocking him out. Izzy's motivated. He said he wants to shut up all the haters, shut up, all the doubters as well. And I think when you have an Izzy Adesanya who's angry and motivated, you get an Izzy Adesanya that we saw in the Kevin Gastelum fight, right? We get a Izzy that we see in the first Whitaker fight, and he's someone who's gonna go out there and try to get a TKO or a KO. I think Izzy's going to go out there and aim for that. I think he's going to aim to knock off Pereira's head, and to kind of show the world with an exclamation point that you really had the audacity to put this guy up against me. And yeah, I think that motivation, and then we're going to get a very different looking Izzy, one that's not going to be looking to really score off of points, but to really go out there and make a statement. And that's part of the reason why I think Izzy's going to win this fight against Pereira. I think Izzy's a better fighter overall, been in the UFC longer, against higher class opponents. And Izzy's a champ for a reason, and I think people are too quick to discredit what he's done and who he is as a fighter. So with that, guys, let me know some of your thoughts. Do you think Pereira can pull off the upset? Do you agree with me that we may see a different Izzy this time around, rather than the more relaxed Izzy who likes to kind of coax his way to victory with the points? Yeah, guys, let me know in the comment section below, and thanks for watching, and subscribe for more videos like this in the future.